Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. What is good, quality people? Welcome to the channel. It's boom, Bobby Lamb. All right, J. Cole, freaking used y'all. He used me too. He used everybody. We all his little tampons. He just made us all bloody and threw us in the fucking toilet or the trash can. I don't know how bitches be disposing of them shits, but again, he used all of us. If you didn't know, J. Cole dropped this recent album called The Off Season. Now, we thought it was just the off season. Like, he was just throwing out this project, just a little, here's music. I'm working on The Fall Off or whatever, which is his retiring album. And The Off Season was just, again, something to give us while we're waiting on that masterpiece. Because The Fall Off, like 1985 or whatever, that he dissed Lil Pump in KOD, Kids on Drugs, which was like the best song on the album. But anyway, he used us as a whole marketing scheme. And he made fucking bands. J. Cole puts on this persona. And by the way, I messed with my man Cole. I've been rocking with him since like the Dat Piff mixtape days when he wasn't even making money off of the music. It was all like shows like back in the, MP3 days. But who be listening to MP3s anymore? It's all streaming. As I was saying though, just a little disclaimer again. I like J. Cole, but he used us to make a bag, bro. I'm talking millions upon millions. Not only did he make like revenue from his album, which I'll be talking about a little bit later, because he increased the streams by doing a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole album rollout, all while making it seem like he ain't even trying, but really it was all a facade. As I was saying though, he dropped this off-season album, which was obviously basketball reference galore. He even shouted out a bunch of basketball players, NBA players, who helped, promote it by being like, hey, J. Cole, appreciate the shout out, my man, because every rapper wants to be an NBA player or a football player, and every football player and NBA player wants to be a rapper. It's just Kawhi Leonard, I think, is dropping an album soon or a song. He's the most awkward dude alive. Like, I can't even do his laugh, but he's like fucking weird. I fuck with my man Kawhi though, don't get me wrong. But then we find out, news broke during this whole rollout of his basketball, the off-season album, that he was actually playing basketball, like professional basketball. Dude was making money on juggling hella balls and putting them in his mouth, like every other dude on this planet. But it wasn't for the NBA because he couldn't make it, I guess. He was trying out before. I think Sheck West even tried to get into the draft at one point. He dropped a song as well. So that was another publicity stunt, but we're not going to talk about that today. But J. Cole was apparently playing for the Rwandan Patriots basketball team in the 12-team African Basketball League. However, after 3 games, it ain't even been like 2 weeks since J. Cole's album, The Off Season, his contractual obligation to play basketball on the Rwandan team, it expired after 3 games. So they were probably trying him out like, yo, if this dude kind of fire at basketball, then we gonna keep him. Or if the numbers are going up, then we gonna keep him. But nah, he had to go home for a family obligation, which again, I'm not even trying to hate on J. Cole, but again, this is just a publicity stunt for his album, but also for promotion of the Rwandan basketball team and the African League. Like, how did you even know that existed? I didn't even know they played basketball in Africa like that. Like, if a professional league, obviously they play basketball everywhere, but I didn't know that there were other professional leagues other than like European and NBA. Again, I didn't even know. And in these 3 games, his stats were an abysmal, and I'm not trying to hate. He came off the bench, so it's not like he's getting hella minutes. 5 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds. A quick 5-3-5, he had some turnovers in there. They're not listing that though, but even he admitted on his Instagram, and he's sitting at 36 years old. So of course they didn't actually want him on the team for his skills. LeBron out here, 38 years old, but he's like a child prodigy, he's like 6'8", whatever. J. Cole's like, what, 6'3"? He's a rapper. He ain't been training his whole entire life since age 8 to be a basketball player like LeBron James. LeBron James' balls literally weigh more than J. Cole's entire body. So already it's seeming like a publicity stunt. Now, there was actually a Moroccan player in this same African basketball league who claimed that J. Cole was disrespecting the game because he was taking up a spot of an actual player who was good at basketball or better than J. Cole at basketball, essentially just dissing him.
I think there's a negative and I think it's a positive. The negative part of it is I think he took someone's job that deserves it. I live in the basketball world. I don't live in a fan world. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of guys who COVID stopped their career and they're still home working out and training for an opportunity like this. And for a guy who has so much money and has another career to just come here and average like 1 point a game and still get glorified, I feel like it's very disrespectful to the game, and it's disrespectful to the ones who sacrificed their whole life for this. And the positive side of it, it brings a lot of attention, and I guess money, you know. But I don't really pay attention to that type of stuff. I'm more of like.
All right, so our man's over here summarized the whole thing pretty well, to be honest. J. Cole, obviously, they didn't acquire him for his talent of basketball. They acquired him for the eyeballs. The balls mean everything to professional leagues. I mean, that's what they do it for, right? They need eyeballs so that people watch it and give them money. Without the money, they can't even pay these players that are actually good to get on the court. So it's understandable. Like, every business got to make money. That's literally what they're trying to do, or else there's no purpose. But then we find the actual reason that J. Cole did this whole thing. Yes, he was helping out the Rwandan team. He wanted to play professional basketball. So that might have been just like a little ego boost. He was likely paid a lot of money, more than some of probably the star player of the team, because he is the star player when it comes to like publicity. J. Cole posts on his Instagram something about him getting sponsored by Puma to go out there, and that was just the first inkling of like, what is really going on here? Because he could have just like shouted out Puma for like, thank you, they gave me some new shoes, but he tagged them in this Instagram post that has, you know, 6.9 million followers following him to see that. Then he posts a couple days later, actually earlier today, and he announces that he is dropping his new shoe with Puma and Foot Locker, likely to make millions of dollars. As mentioned earlier, he even gave Rwandan team that he played for these same shoes on his way out. And so just like all these Travis Scott Jordan collabs or Nike collabs or Lil Yachty's Crete, and I'm not hating because people got to make their own money, like all the power to them. The Pumas don't even look that bad. Like, I'd rock those shits. They look comfortable too and light. But with how much shoes cost these days, upwards of $150 to put J. Cole on your fucking feet, shit, I might even have to put that on my dick or up my ass. Just say J. Cole was inside me. But it cost a manufacturer what, like $15 tops, $20, maybe even American made $50. You're making $100 profit on each of them, and you're dropping however many, 100,000. J. Cole's making a fucking bag off this, okay? Just know that. I don't know how much he's making, but it's all business moves. Not to mention what we were talking about a little bit earlier with all of this publicity of playing basketball while dropping a basketball reference album, shouting out NBA players who are also shouting him back for referencing them on Twitter, is only boosting more and more J. Cole's streams on all of these major DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, bring in more and more money. That's just the way it is. And then the algorithms take place, the Spotify playlist, place them at the top, and I don't even know if any of these songs were really like top notch. The best one I thought, and I know I gave the album a 7 because it was decent, but it wasn't like crazy good, was Applying Pressure, because it had them like modern 808s that y'all know I like. But yeah, just know, in conclusion, we got used like a fucking asshole tampon. There's hella shit, there's hella blood all over us. There's nothing we can do about it except for just, you know, golf clap J. Cole because he finessed everybody for a bag while looking like a homeless man with his hair and how he dresses, which is cool because I dress homeless too. I'm not even like hating at all, but he makes like sly plays behind the scenes to make it look like he not rich, but low-key he making more bread than all the other rappers, okay? That's why he's a top 3 rapper with Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Big Sean fell out of that big 4, let's be real. And so with that, it's your boy Bob Lamb signing off, copping them J. Cole shoes because I can do a number to those things, you feel me? Let me know in the comments what you think about this. You think J. Cole used us? And I don't mean it like hating way, I'm kind of exaggerating it here, but if you watch the video, you know what I'm saying. Make sure to like and subscribe and join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, clap people. Know what I'm saying?